What'd it be like, ninjas? I should have known something was up when tickets to my latest contract, Wild Robot, came with a complimentary box of tissues. Anyone believing this to be a run-of-the-mill 3D kids flick better be prepared to eat their words and choke back their sobbing, because DreamWorks is about to drop kick you right in the feel-goods. So Wild Robot is a heartwarming tale about a Universal Dynamics robot named Roz, who washed up on the shore of a deserted island. Initially alone in unfamiliar surroundings, Roz must adapt to her new life among wild animals. During her adventures, she is thrust into the role of protector of a gosling she named Brightbeal. She is programmed to finish any task she's given, but this job falls far outside of her normal parameters, forcing her to become more than just her programming. With the assistance of the animals she bonds with while assisting Brightbeal, Roz just might manage to teach him the skills he needs to survive and join the Great Migration before the winter. She might also learn something about friendship, family, and finding her place in the world along the way. Don't bet against DreamWorks to deliver a touching story about what happens when cold technology and nature collide. For every Teenage Kraken or Trolls 3 they put out, there are 10 DreamWorks bangers, and Wild Robot steps over virtually all of them to make its way to the front row. Directed and co-written by Chris Sanders, who has credits on DreamWorks and Disney titles alike, Wild Robot starts off running, throwing the audience and the unit formerly known as ROSM 7134 into danger as soon as we are introduced. There is action, laughs, and drama delivered by a top-tier list of talent. Among them are Lupita Nyong'o, Mr. I'm in Everything Pedro Pascal, and Davy Jones himself, Bill Nye. Pedro Pascal voices the scoundrel of the forest, Fink the Fox, the co-star of the movie that also learns a lesson about friendship and not being a douche all the time. The movie starts by drawing you in with an art direction that gives everything from the scenery to the characters, texture, personality, and charisma all their own. My heart soared with the swelling of a wonderful musical score during training sequences and nearly brought a tear to my eye with every success. Don't worry, I won't swoon over the ambiance too much. I know my audience respects me for my rugged exterior. The world of Wild Robot is unsafe for both beast and robot alike. The movie is rated PG, and younger viewers might find the ferocity of some animals moving beyond their comfort zone. Not your kids though. I'm sure they're war-hardened, scars to prove it. How many tours did little Timmy do? Family movies with their moderate tension usually remain toothless. In the end, the main characters will be fine, and you know it from the beginning. But DreamWorks is always willing to put the hero through some level of loss. Rest assured, some 3D animals were harmed in the making of this film. Wild Robot stages some intense moments, leaving you to wonder, how far will the studio go to push the story's tension? It turns out, pretty far. As far as comedic moments, I laughed in several parts of the movie, but their jokes aren't meant to be knee slappers like in Kung Fu Panda or Shrek, with humor that works on multiple quadrant audiences. The jokes in Wild Robot come more from the fish out of water situations. It'll have you smiling throughout most of the runtime. You'll even get a chuckle here and there, even if the gut busters don't hit you the same way they hit me. You old spoil sports, you need to look at the movie through the goggles of your childhood. Not these though. These are blue blockers. The strength of the movie is its tender moments where Roz doesn't understand how to get through to Brightbeal, forcing her to seek help from others. When she and her ward fall out of sync, as many parents do, she begins questioning her ability to overcome the obstacles presented to her by her predicament. Her programming says never give up, but her newfound emotions convince her that all is for naught. How will she get past this? You're just gonna have to watch the movie to see. I ain't giving away nothing. While heavily featured in the trailer, the action in Wild Robot is nowhere near the main focus. There is enough action to drive the story, but it's not about the external conflict. Don't get me wrong, it isn't like this Disney kick that they have where there are no bad guys in the movie and it's all an eternal struggle to find out who you truly are. Ugh. Know from the beginning that there is a looming antagonist. Wild Robot's finale almost qualifies as a double climax, as Roz fulfilling her task to protect and teach Brightbill would have been enough for most audiences, including myself. When Universal Dynamics returns to retrieve their rogue unit, forcing her to decide between fighting to stay with her family of woodland creatures or returning to the collective, well, that's just icing on the cake. I do recommend you seeing this one before it leaves the theater, even if you didn't see it on opening weekend like I did. It's fun for the whole family, trust me. You will laugh and cry together, but don't worry, they're happy tears. On a DreamWorks scale, I'll put this movie somewhere between Shrek 2 and How to Train Your Dragon. On a Shinobi scale, however, I'll spare Wild Robot with a solid score of 8 out of 10. I will definitely be watching this one multiple times with the Ninja Cadets. As always, I'd like to thank all my subscribers for watching to the end. If you're somebody who's watching but hasn't subscribed yet, hook a brother up. As for the next time you need your entertainment news or movie reviews, look to the shadows and